I was impressed that we've got some chemistry already developing from our team's point of view with some of the lines, and defense combinations are a work in progress, but you know what you would call our top three lines all looked very good today. Although the Grabowski line didn't score, they were dangerous a lot.
You knew Phil's line would have some chemistry, but the third line, the vision on that a couple of those guys had was remarkable.
Yeah, you know, Bosey's really focused at camp, and Army wants to, you know, make up for all his injuries last year. He was when he played, we were a much better team, and Nazi looked half a step to a step quicker, and they've been scrimmaging in their like captain scrimmages or whatever. They've been playing as a line, so it looked like there was some continuity to the play today.
What do you like in terms of that line? Obviously, the Lupo and Connolly. What do you see with Connolly specifically with Kessel? I know it's only one scrimmage, but yeah. Why is it going to work?
Well, Phil's a sniper, and they know their job is to dig in the corners and feed him. But what I liked, Loops looks very comfortable out there, going to the net hard. And he's a little bit of a sniper too, and Tim's not afraid to shoot the puck. He's not just thinking I have to get past the puck, so he's a bit of a double threat out there, moving it or shooting it, and I think he'll be the one that's going to take the longest to catch up to the other two, because they played together last year, Phil and Loop. So Timmy's he's a smart player. He's going to figure out what he's got to do, where he should be, and understand as we go through the games in camp the tendencies of Loops and Phil, you know, the good and the bad, or whatever you want to call it.
What does it mean for Joffrey to get a camp? He hasn't had one in 3 years, 2 seasons, I guess.
Oh, it's very important that he's healthy, and he looks good on the ice. He looks strong. It appears, he's not behind conditioning-wise or anything, like a little bit that he was last year, and it's good to see him healthy, and he feels good about himself.
Do you see there being a bit of a competition between Gunnarsson, Franzen, and Commissar for that bottom pairing?
Well, I don't know if you can call it that, and that's going to be the toughest decision I have if everybody's healthy for opening night, is who's in the lineup that night. So we'll just wait. I'm going to be patient and not prejudge or hope that anything happens. Whoever's playing best at that moment will play.
Do you experiment with the three of them and see who works?
Well, I'll be experimenting with all the D pairs just to find some chemistry over time. That's what our preseason games will be all about.
Did anyone impress you guys with their scoring yesterday in the conditioning test? Did anyone make big steps?
A lot of our guys have shown improvement, which we have over the last couple of years. You're not having jumps like 15 or 20% better. You're only seeing incremental improvement, but everybody looked pretty good. So we're happy with the programs that guys did this summer.
Coach, about Kadri, after 2 training camps where he was sort of on different ends of the spectrum in terms of his performance the last couple of years, what are you hoping or expecting to see from him?
Just continued improvement, and you know, we do things. What is said about Nazem externally has nothing to do with how we view him as a hockey player. He's still very young, still has things to learn, and he's showing improvement. Just what I saw today was better than anything that he brought to the table, even at the end when he was playing quite a bit.
Ron, how's it for you personally with the 2 new assistants here this year, working with them?
No, it's the transition's been smooth. We've met together in the summertime, and I mean, everything's pretty smooth. I've worked a lot with Scott Gordon, and this is my first experience with Greg Cronin. So we're having some good communication and exchange of ideas.
Are you happy for the young goalie that he had a better performance at the end, solidified himself a little bit?
Which?
Ouya.
Mark.
Yeah. No, that first part of the scrimmage, I don't know, he might have been nervous. He played really well in the rookie tournament, so that's just one of those things. You don't write a guy off in one day.
Were there any of the younger players that, I guess they're all young, but guys that would be below your top 25 or so that maybe jumped out a little bit today?
you know, hard for me to say. It's just one scrimmage, and again, we in the back of your mind, you know where people are in a depth chart, who deserves some games and things, and if whenever we make the decisions, or whomever it happens to be, there are still exhibition games late that if someone goes and is practicing with the Marlies and we need somebody, there can always be a call up at that point. So,
in a perfect world, how many games would you like to get your top 3 lines in of the 8?
4 or 5, I suppose, would be ideal. Basically, our top 2 lines will only play one of the next 3 games, and you know, the Boza, and then I've got some decisions to make in splitting up some other people. We have to give long looks, obviously, to Fratton, to Colburn, to Nazem Kadri, so they may end up not always playing on a line that you see in a practice or a scrimmage, as I mix things up and give them opportunities to show us what they can do and gather experience as well.